Imagine this. A husband wakes up every morning at 5 a.m. He works long hours, pays rent, pays school fees, keeps food on the table, handles emergencies, fixes the cars, supports his wife's business whenever he can. 20 years later, he discovers something shocking. His wife has secretly been building a house. Not their family house, not for their children, not even as a retirement plan for both of them. A house for her parents and siblings, and he never knew. Now, before anyone gets angry, let me ask a question. If the roles were reversed, if a husband secretly took family resources and spent years building properties for his brothers and his wife struggled beside him, that'd be acceptable. Today we're not discussing who earns more. We're not discussing whether a woman should work. We're discussing something deeper. Trust, partnership, and what happens when a husband and a wife stop building together. Welcome to Rebecca Unplugged. This is the story behind the lesson. Before we begin, I'd like to share something with you. The story you're about to hear is inspired by the everyday experience of countless individuals and families. While the characters and some details are fictional, the emotions, struggles, lessons, and biblical truths are very real. My prayer is that somewhere in this story, you'll find the wisdom and encouragement, and perhaps even see a part of your own journey. So let's unplug from the noise for a few moments and let's talk. A few years ago, I heard a story. A couple started with almost nothing. Small apartment, small salary, big dreams. The husband was carrying most of the family responsibilities. The wife worked too. Over time, they improved their lives. The husband thought they were growing together. Whenever they discussed money, the wife would say she didn't have much, things were tight, business wasn't doing so well, expenses were high. At least that's what he believed. Then, one day, the truth surfaced. For years, she had been saving large amounts of money without his knowledge. She had quietly purchased land, started construction, completed a building. The husband found out from someone else, not from his wife. Imagine that moment. The issue wasn't the house. The issue wasn't even helping her family. The issue was secrecy and betrayal. Because marriage is not simply two people living in the same building. Marriage is two people building one family, and once secrecy enters the relationship, trust begins to crack. Let's be clear. Helping your parents is not wrong. Helping your siblings is not wrong either. Many of us come from families that sacrifice greatly for us. Supporting them can be honorable. The problem begins when support becomes hidden. When one spouse is carrying burdens while the other is building a separate kingdom. Think about it. How can a couple make financial plans together if one person's income is invisible? How can they decide whether to invest? How can they prepare for retirement? How can they face emergencies? Imagine two people rowing a boat. One person is rowing north. The other person secretly wants to go east. Both are working hard, but the boat goes nowhere. Not because they lack effort, but because they lack agreement. Before we continue, let me make something very clear. This conversation is about healthy relationships. Husbands and wives committed to building a life together based on trust, honesty, and mutual respect. If a spouse is abusive, violent, controlling, or uses money as a tool to oppress the other person, that is a completely different conversation. No husband should use this message to demand control over his wife's earnings. No wife should use this message to justify controlling her husband's finances either. Transparency is not the same thing as control. Transparency means honesty. Control means power. Those are not the same thing. One of the most beautiful ideas in scripture is that marriage creates a primary unit. Genesis 2:24 says, "Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and cleave unto his wife." Notice what happens. The relationship changes. Parents remain important, families remain important, but husbands and wives become each other's primary earthly partners. That doesn't mean abandoning parents, it means building your home first. Think about the virtuous woman in Proverbs 31. She was productive. She bought land. She traded. She generated income. The Bible celebrates her diligence. But notice everything she did strengthened her household, not a secret life running parallel to her marriage. And this principle applies equally to husbands as well. A husband should not hide money either. The standards must be the same for both people. Marriage is not your money versus my money. Marriage is stewardship. And stewardship requires honesty. Many people think that financial secrecy protects them, but often it creates the very problem they fear. When secrets are discovered, trust is damaged. Suspicion grows. Communications become harder. Resentment starts building. Sometimes the hidden money could have solved problems the family was facing together. For instance, children struggling through school fees, a mortgage unpaid, medical bills piling up. Yet significant resources are hidden away. I just want you to note that the strongest families are rarely the families with the most money. They are usually the families with the most transparency, because trust multiplies what resources you have. A husband and wife don't have to agree on every financial decisions. Healthy decisions will happen. Differences will happen. Debates will happen. But secrets should not become the foundation of the marriage. If you're earning money, be honest. If you're helping relatives, be honest. If you're investing, be honest. If you're building wealth, be honest. Because transparency may create difficult conversations today, but secrecy creates devastating conversations tomorrow. What do you think? Should a husband or wife have completely secret finances in marriage? Is there ever a justified reason to hide major incomes, investments, or property from your spouse? Let's have a respectful conversation in the comments. And if this conversation challenged your thinking, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join the Rebecca Unplugged family, because here we don't avoid difficult conversations, we have them. Remember, every life has a story, and every story has a lesson, and every lesson brings us closer to God's heart. Thank you so much for spending this moment with me. Until next time, stay encouraged and stay unplugged. Today we'll be saying goodbye in French. Au revoir, à bientôt. God bless you, and see you in the next episode.